Nothing. We just gonna let it flow. We just gonna let it go with it what it was. All right, here we are again. You know what this is, man. It's the Smdec Podcast. And you know I am your host, Tony Bamba. And I'm here with my beautiful wife.
Quay, aka Miss Tony Bamba.
Yeah. All right, I know it's been a minute, you know, working hard, working on other projects, got other things in motion. You know how it is, man. But been working on music, you know, the bars and scars, you know, mixtape. You know, we definitely putting that together. I don't have no timetable as far as when anything coming out or whatnot, but you know, definitely gonna be dropping music on the podcast, letting people hear it. Also got a new track by Suede later on, and an interview with him later on in the podcast. So make sure you stick around and check that out. And we also discuss some interesting issues that you definitely wanna stick around to, you know, check out. You know, I ain't gonna let too much be known, but you gotta stick around to catch the rest of the podcast. But you know, me and my wife, we was sitting here thinking about what we was going to discuss on the podcast, because I really don't, you know, I let the world, you know, deal with me. I don't make too many decisions right now. I just let everything flow, and however it flows, you know, I just flow with the wind, man. That's how you do it. I think that's how the Native Americans did it, man. They looked up to the sky and they flowed with the wind. Sun bear. Don't you think so, Clay?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I am lost. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't. But but no, what I wanted to talk to you about, because I was just looking at you, and
Talk
you know,
to me?
yeah, I'm talking to you. This is talking to you, and I was just looking at you. And, you know, we was talking about how you school and a little bit stressed out and stuff, whatever. But I just wanted to talk about the situations that affect you, as far as things that you think that's possibly hinder you in your life and your progress. What are some of the things I'm talking about recently? I don't want to talk about nothing in the past, because we know the past is the past. It's all about the present and the future. So what are some of the things in the present that you think hinder you and just hinder, you know, women of your age and maybe your color and just other colors, or just any woman in the world particularly? What you think hinders women in the world at your age?
You talking about in general, like not necessarily my case, but just in general?
Your case and then general.
Because my case is it's not the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my case is not the norm. I have a husband
Mm-hmm.
who's in the home,
Mm-hmm.
who's helpful. I have family
Right.
that's supportive. I don't have to work.
Right.
My job, I've never in any degree said that my situation is not special. I know for a fact that my situation is special. But in general, those are things that are a hindrance for a lot of young women my age. There probably are a lot of women in the same position that I'm in that would love to go to nursing school that can't, because they're a single mother of 3 children, because they have to work.
Right.
Because they don't have somebody at home to watch their kids and take care of their kids and help them with their kids when they're not there. Because nursing school is a full-time job.
Right.
And you're not bringing in any money. It's costing money. But it is literally a full-time job with overtime.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that. You're not in class very long, but the degree of time that is needed to be spent outside of class in order to be successful in nursing school is the part that a lot of people don't see.
Right.
So, and I'm using nursing school as an example because that's what I'm familiar with, but I'm pretty sure that's probably the case in a lot of things.
But don't you say at one point in your time in your life, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find a way. If I got 3 kids, I'm going to find a way to make sure 2 of them in school, 1 of them with the babysitter, or 1 of them with my grandmother, or however, to make a way and not be continue to struggle in that same position forever?
You do, but at the same time, you have to be very realistic in that situation. What babysitter are you going to be able to afford? Because ain't nobody doing nothing for free. What babysitter are you going to be able to afford if you're not working full time?
What about family? You guys family?
Let's be very realistic. Look at my situation. Even us that have a lot of family, my mom and my dad are still of working age. They work. They're not retired. They're not sitting at home. Now, my mom and dad are very helpful on the times that they don't work, but that's only on Saturday and Sunday. For my mom and for my dad, he works Saturday all through the week, late night, all out of town.
I had to go to a break real quick. This is the Smdec Podcast. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the podcast. We about to get into that track called Hustle. Let's go. On another level. You know they can keep up the hustle. 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 I keep up the hustle while running this struggle, this marathon, this earth we on. Yeah, I sit up and count on my blessings. Yeah, I sit up and count on my blessings. Hell no, boy, we ain't stressing. Hell no, boy, we ain't stressing. We just out on the road, sometimes alone, not paying attention to them signs. Always on the high. They push a button and we die. We push a button and they lie. We live one big lie. So where the hell is the truth? Is it me or is it you? I be preaching up in this booth, never reaching up in this booth. Rap how it is in this booth, tell how it is in this booth. God sent me and then poof. I disappeared on the hustle, I reappeared on my hustle. I can't forget this struggle, no I can't forget this struggle. Lost my brother up in that struggle, could've lost myself in that struggle. I survived the struggle for another one. Devil go and get a bigger gun, cause I got 100 problems, and you ain't one, no you ain't one. I keep up the hustle, while running this struggle, this marathon, this earth we on. Yeah, I sit up and count on my blessings. Yeah, I sit up and count on my blessings. Hell no, boy, we ain't stressing. Hell no, boy, we ain't stressing. If you don't know by now, the hustle is struggle. The struggle is hustle, they build up my muscles. I'm all for war, but I'm all for peace. After the devil deceased, I'm back working these beats. I'm back tweaking these beats. Make these beats rest in peace. Make my problems rest in peace. Make my brother rest in peace. Always preaching up in this piece, never reaching up in this piece. Shut life off in this piece. I hustle up in this piece. Don't forget to struggle up in this piece. Get it up and muscle up in this piece. I keep up the hustle while running this struggle, this marathon, this earth we on. Yeah, I sit up and count on my blessings. Yeah, I sit up and count on my blessings. Hell no, boy, we ain't stressing. Hell no, boy, we ain't stressing. I sit up and count on my blessings. I sit up and count on my blessings. Count on my blessings. I sit up and count on my blessings. I sit up and count on my blessings. Hell no, boy, we ain't stressing. All right, so you saying that you should just give up on your dreams of whatever there is, like your case, nursing, other cases, you know, other women that has dreams, but you saying that they don't have support and stuff and don't make a way and just give up?
No, I'm not necessarily saying that. I mean, you do what you gotta do to try to make it work, but the reality of the situation is that not everybody can make it work. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be a nurse. Right. Everybody would be making all of this money. We wouldn't have any poor people. We wouldn't have, everybody would be in those type of positions. It's not an easy task. If you do what you got to do to try to make it work, but the reality of the situation is not everybody can.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. The struggle is real. I mean, even for someone like me that has all of this support and has a husband, it is still hard. So I can only imagine with somebody that is a single mother that has 3 or 4 children and not 2, that doesn't live in the same mile radius as their mother and grandmother and in-laws. What about those people that moved outside of state and don't live close to their family? I can only imagine, because I have all of these things and it still seems very impossible at times.
You don't think it's because you be tripping and paranoid and, you're a woman?
No, nobody sees and goes through what I go through walking in these shoes in which I walk in. So you might think I'm going crazy, but my brain is constantly going. I'm constantly trying to remember things and not forget to do things. And, and it gets overwhelming at times, because it's like, you're going to forget something and you just hope that it's not the most important thing that you forget. That's how I be feeling on a day-to-day basis. It's literally like, I know I have all these things that I got to do. I got to remember to do this by this day, do that by that day. And I just swear, I hope I don't forget. It's like the insurance thing. We just got dropped from our car insurance, right?
Right.
Why? Because I didn't pay it on time. Why? Because I forgot. Why? Because I have 1,000,001 things I'm trying to remember. Stuff like that. That wasn't really a big thing. It was an easy fix, but at the same time, we're not in a position to not be running around with insurance, because that has happened before, and I had to pay a ton of money to get that situation fixed.
Right.
So it's stuff like little things that you think are little like that really be racking my brain all the time.
So what else you think affects women, from the women daily struggle? As far as what affects y'all, what keep y'all from being the great women that y'all need to be? Do you feel like
men sometimes too is another big thing? A lot of women get caught up in relationships and stuff like that and don't realize that your relationship can't be successful until you are where you need to be as an individual. And women, because we more feelings based, tend to put more energy and just put our all into relationships, and not necessarily put that same energy into bettering ourselves as women and individuals and mothers and daughters and so many other titles that we hold. But our main focus a lot of times are being that girlfriend or that wife or whatever to that significant other, because when women, we love, and we love strong. I'm not gonna say men don't love, but we more feelings based. Men, they don't thrive off of that. You might love your wife to the utmost high, but if music is important to you and doing this is important to you, I'm using music because, again, that's what I'm familiar with. But if other things are important to you, you're gonna put your energy into that. Women are not necessarily like that. Women will put their careers and stuff like that on the back burner. Some won't, but most will.
Right.
To have a successful relationship and a successful marriage. Men, you're not gonna really see that too often.
Not too often?
No, not too often.
So you feel like your relationship with me, you putting your career in front of our relationship, or you had to focus on our relationship before you started working on your career? Like what? Explain it to me. I don't fully understand what you were saying about that.
I feel like the reason why I have waited so long, the reason why I didn't go to school right out of high school, the reason why I have 2 children before I'm going to school, is because as a female, I graduated high school, I got accepted into VCU, and my mind wasn't there. My mind was on chasing behind you, which is exactly why I'm married and I have 2 children, and now I'm going to nursing school. So that tends to be what happens for a lot of women. You have a lot of older women that are in school, that have children, that are already married, because we as women a lot of times tend to focus on a relationship or tend to men can be our downfall and be, uplifting at the same time. It just depends on which one you got. To be completely honest with you, I'm not gonna say you were a downfall at that point in time, but I was young, and like I said, females are feeling based, so I wasn't pressed about going to school. I was pressed about being 18 and running behind you.
So, what type of advice would you give a young female?
The same advice my mama gave me that I didn't listen to. The same advice my mother gave me that I didn't listen to. I have a graduation card from my mother that was like, go to school. Chase your dreams first. Get yourself established first. Because then your relationship would be, because I wouldn't change our relationship. I really wouldn't. I mean, of course, I could have went to school. Who knows what would have happened if I would have went to school first? We might not be here today. I might not have King and Arian. Who knows? But you also take that risk of I could have went to school first. I could have been a nurse for 2 or 3 years now. We could have been making so much more money together. We could have been so much further in life. We could be doing so much more with our children. We could be enjoying life more instead of struggling now.
J. Cole says beauty in the fucking struggle.
That's why I say you never know. I wouldn't change it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I wouldn't change it. I feel like it would have been easier if I would have did it, but it might not have been meant for it to be easy for me. If I didn't have King and Arian, I might not be trying so hard right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So who this might have been set up the way that it was supposed to be. I might have was supposed to have King and Arian because they are literally my motivation.
Right.
So maybe if I would have went when I got out of high school, I would have just been like, psh, this too hard. I ain't doing it.
I understand.
Who knows? It could have been meant to be this way.
Any other situations you think keeps you back or keep women back in the world?
There's so many. I just feel like, I know for myself personally, I observe things, and I want so much more. And as women, you just have to want more. And I know that's so cliche because everybody's like, who don't want more? Who don't want the nice car? Who don't want the big house? Who don't? But there are some people that are just content with just being, receiving assistance for the rest of their life and just being okay. And I mean, I have nothing against that. You use assistance to get you out of assistance. That's how I feel. It's not meant for you to stay on it forever.
Right.
But there are some people that, like, as long as assistance is around, I'm gonna be okay because I'm gonna keep getting that welfare check. I'm gonna keep getting them food stamps, and I'm gonna be just okay. It's all right to use it, but use it to get out of it.
Right.
Use it while you're in school and you can't work full time and you need the help in order to survive, to get through school and get that degree or whatever the situation is. Don't get stuck. Don't get comfortable. Don't say, okay, because I'm able to pay my bills every month in this $500 1-bedroom apartment and I'm able to drive this car around, but God forbid it break down one month and you can't get it fixed. Don't get comfortable. Be in a position where you are financially stable, and when things come up, you can take care of them. When, God forbid, family members pass away, you're not holding fundraisers to bury people.
Right.
That's what I really think is that people just get comfortable and they don't want to work for nothing more. They get lazy. They're like, oh, I'm not starving, so it's okay.
All right, I feel you. So, what are some of the things that I know other than your kids, other than the apparent things, what are some things that pushes you or you think that helps you so much in order for you to be able to do the things you do, follow your dream and your career and go to school and stuff? Other than what pushes you, your kids and your family and stuff, what are other things out there that allows you to be able to do what you do?
Um,
Got to be some underlining stuff.
Sally Mae is one for real because if it wasn't,
But you got to pay Sally Mae back.
yeah, but Sally Mae is footing the bill right now in order for me to go to school.
There isn't like.
I mean, there are things that push me to do what I'm doing. Like, it took me a long time to figure out what I really, really wanted to do. And like I said, some of this, as I'm sitting here talking about it, just seemed like it's divine because when I got out of high school, I had no clue what I really wanted to do. I was up and down between so many things, and I think that time between high school and now kind of helped me to figure out what I wanted to do. I genuinely get joy, and I'm not even a nurse now, but I genuinely find joy in taking care of people and making people feel better. And I don't know, I really do. And it's weird because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I first got into this nursing thing, I just thought it was interesting, and I knew they made good money, and I knew it wasn't a long program. You know, I was looking at it from that spectrum.
Right.
But as I actually got into it and I actually started working at the hospital and I actually started working with patients and actually started working with people that have the degree of so many different diseases and problems and things that people have going on, I really do. I will be proud one day to say that I'm a nurse.
Right.
I will be proud of that because I honestly take joy in that.
Could you save my life right now?
No, it couldn't depend on what you're dying from, first of all. I mean, let's put it like that. If you need a CPR, yeah, I got you. I'm your girl.
You know the Heimlich maneuver?
No, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know that.
Or is the Heimlich maneuver? Which one is it called? Nurse Holloway.
I don't think, do they do that anymore?
Yes. I just got my certification. I can save your life.
Okay.
Yeah. CPI, Heimlich maneuver, drag you away from the scene.
So you could save my life,
Yes.
but you could only save my life if...
No, all types. If I got to do open heart surgery, I know how to close wounds, stuff the wounds. I know how to do all that type of stuff.
You know how to do open heart surgery?
Yes.
They taught you this in first stage in CPR training?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You know a little more than me.
Yeah, thank you. So I should be making nurse salary.
You should. You should.
Thank you.
You one of the people that really have no idea. Because I didn't have any idea.
I know. You don't got an idea. I got the idea. I got the idea. Anything else that that's on your mind that you want to get off your mind? Because I always, you got to understand, I also use this to pick your brain. I got to let you know, I use this to let you go ahead and air out what's on your mind and what's on your...
But I don't be airing out.
You do.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Because I be trying to keep this in the sense of this is going to other people. So I don't be trying to let too much out.
Right.
But just enough.
You let just enough out, so I can. This how I learn how to gauge you too. Yeah.
Because you know
Yeah.
more than everybody else.
I gauge you out. I gauge you out. Anything else?
What about you?
Me what?
What do you think about this whole dynamic of, your position in helping me as a woman, as a mother, as your wife? Accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish.
Every day, I always come across. Life is man. Life is special. Life is so special, man. People don't understand how life is special, and you really won't fully understand how special life is until you really open your eyes and take in more. Stop being so restrictive. Of course, you gotta live right to a certain extent. You gotta be willing to accept some things that you wasn't willing to accept some things, in order to see some things and try some things and do some things. It's so much. I couldn't get into it all in one session, but just coming across some of the things I came across in my life to appreciate you more and more and more. and understand who I am. Like, it's like I told you, it's almost like, like I said, you come across so many clues. You come across so many clues in life. That's how life's so special. Things are being brought in front of you, and you find out what's really important, who's important, who you are, who they are. You become sure of somebody. You want to see the best. You want to see the better for somebody. One thing about me, like I said, not to pat myself on the back, but I told you, man, I love genuinely, and sometimes a lot of people stab me in my back. I don't know if they do it on purpose, but people do things because people are the way they is. But I never do anything to get back or something like that. I always do it because it's out of love, and it's out of, I told you, my prayer always I hit is bless me so I can bless others. And ever since I prayed that prayer, I always been able to bless others. And I feel like that's what I'm here for, to bless others. So if I gotta bless my wife, my kids, my mother, my grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunts, cousins, if anybody reached out, anybody ever reach out, I always try to give them what they ask for. Or, but you specifically, I told you, it's just, I didn't see you cry so many times. I didn't see you cry tears of sorrow. And I just want to make you cry tears of joy. And I just want to see you win, because you on my team. We on this team together. We got 2 boys. And I told you, I'm just trying to create a whole different environment, because if you don't, this world will create an environment for you. So if you don't grab life, like when they say grab life by the horns, you have to, because if you don't grab life by the horns, life gonna grab you. And I don't have time. I don't have time for life to grab me by the horns. And then it's just, like you said, the past. I know my past, and I try to run. You run away from your past, so you try to create a beautiful future, and that's what I'm all about, because I can't take no more. I can't take no more hurt in the future. It's impossible. I can't take no more hurt. Like I couldn't afford to lose my children, or I couldn't afford to not be able to do what I need to do in life, because like I said, I feel like I have things that I'm destined to do. And if I don't work hard at what I got going on, like make sure I raise a family, stay with my wife, and, do the things I'm supposed to do, then, a lot of things going to slip up. And so, I'm just making sure that I do my part, and I'm going to let the universe do its part. You got to coincide with the universe and grab life by the horns. And you got to coexist and do your thing, man. So, I hope people, I got a little long-winded. But I told you it's hard to explain. Like, I could go on. But it's hard to explain. And the way I did explain it, some people will understand. But I wish a lot of other stuff I could break down, and people will have a deeper understanding, because it's more to what I'm saying that I can only say on the surface that you will really understand. 'Cause some people only think on the surface. Most people don't like to go deep into what somebody says, especially when they're talking deeper, if you understand what I'm saying. See, we got a laugher here. The laugher's always on the surface, man. Them deepers, them deep thinkers, man. Them deep thinkers know what's up. Shout out to all my deep thinkers, man.
I have no problem sitting here and saying that I be following you sometimes, but sometimes I be lost. One thing about me, I always keep it 100. Right. I be following you sometimes, right? But sometimes you be having me lost, and that's just fine.
Yeah, that's cool. So, you're not supposed to catch everything. Some people don't.
But one thing I do realize about you is, and I know this because I'm your wife, and I talk to you every single day, you always got a master plan going. And the thing that's so, I don't want to use the word frustrating, because it's not really frustrating. It's just mind-boggling. Is that, like, from day to day, you have a plan, but your plan be changing, and you don't keep the plan long enough to even execute the plan. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Because everything changes during the day.
No, boo. You literally,
every
your
second.
wheels in your head just get going, and I'd be like, well, what happened with the plan that we had yesterday? And then you didn't change the plan around today, and it's only Wednesday, and then that was Monday.
Did I tell you got to flow with the wind?
Huh?
I told you got to flow with the wind.
Yeah, but how can you execute a plan if you never stay with a plan long enough to execute?
Because the plan is going to execute itself, as you see. Just answer the question: Have anything never been not executed? Everything always.
There are some things that fail.
There are things that fail because it was executed. Some things was executed.
No, some things just don't even get done. Some things you just say, oh, well, we're not going to do it. We're going to just let it go.
Hey, that's just how the wind blows, man.
All right, but anyway. When you were talking about you being, when you love genuinely and you help any and everybody out.
Right.
With your mentality of trying to have a business.
Right.
Do you think those two attitudes go together? Because from outside looking in like myself, I've always seen that side of Antonio, that love genuinely will give to whomever, however, no matter how many times you might have crossed boo, no matter how many times you may have, stabbed Antonio in the back, he gonna give, he gonna continue to give. Does that really go with the whole business side of things? Do those two work together?
Honestly, like I said, everything eventually always plays itself out, and everything always, eventually come to a head. For some reason, everything always come to a head. And I always told you, as long as I don't get killed from somebody doing something to me, then I'll be all right. I can live from it. I can go on. I can continue to. If somebody was to destroy my computer, I can always buy a computer. Or if somebody was to wipe out my bank account, I can always work back for it. But if somebody was to kill me by me trusting somebody, then I can't do nothing, But continue to eventually, like I said, everything come to a head, and I'll know it, and I'm gonna dead it, and I have dead a lot of situations before, and I also lean back from a couple of situations, and it is what it is. You learn and you live. I told you, experience is everything.
But
so
you be thinking that you dead situations, and then those situations arise back, and they not dead.
Correct, but who am I? I told you. It's hard. It's like this. It's like this. You read so many stories of good people in the world. I done read stories of countless beautiful people on the inside, great people. Let's just use for an example, Jesus. Do you think Jesus ever? I haven't read anywhere in the Bible where Jesus turned somebody away. Now I could be wrong. I might need to do some more research, but I'm not putting myself in the category as Jesus. I'm just Antonio, Tony Bomba, aka Stacks, whatever you want to call me, the asshole, whatever. But nothing changes under the sun, and I'm not saying that I'm Jesus. I'm not saying I'm the greatest person in the world. I have my sins. I do my dirt, which I try to make sure I eliminate, but. How can I turn somebody away that comes asking? I can't. It's hard for me. I have too much of I can't do it. It's hard for me to turn somebody away.
I definitely agree. I tell you, I be so frustrated sometimes with you because I just be like, why, and who does Antonio think he is at some point where he just feel like he have to give and give and give and give and give to everybody. But
you gotta look at it. We're not losing out, and I feel like that's the only reason why I'm able to continue to do what I do. I would never lose out on anything. You anytime you say Red Lobster, Red Lobster.
I'm not necessarily talking about money. I don't talk about money.
You get your time. You get your time.
I never can get enough of you.
But that's how it is. I told you, man, Jesus never turned anybody away. How can if I want to be the person that I want to be, and I want to have that aura, and I want to and I want to not ego statistically speaking, but if I want to be that man, if I want to be that person on the earth that people can look to and be like, yeah, he the savior. That's him right there. I can't turn nobody away.
But at the same time, you want to eventually one day have your own business. And I feel like that's the only
Maybe
way.
my business is to give people away stuff for free. Hey.
How you supposed to make money? How you supposed to profit off that?
I still profit to this day. I profit.
Bro, I'm being realistic. I understand what you're saying.
My PayPal cray.
Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
Okay, because I understand what you're saying. But at the same time, I have watched you literally try to run a business. I've watched you try to do this.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
You don't have the business mentality because you're too nice.
Right.
Because you're too giving.
Right.
Because you're too friendly.
Right.
Most people that would have been in that position of running a business would have said, look, you have to pay for your product up front before I end up losing out.
Right.
Take a loss.
Right.
You didn't do it that way.
Right.
That's not the business mentality. Because you're too nice. Because you're too giving. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand that.
So my whole thing with you is
maybe everything's not business.
Huh?
Maybe everything's not
Everything's not a business. You're right. But I'm talking about when you are trying to run your business. That's what I'm talking about. I know eventually that's what you want to do. Because you've said it 1,001 times. You don't want to work for nobody else.
Damn right.
So if you don't want to work for nobody else, that must mean you want to work for yourself.
Damn
so
right.
That must mean you want to have your own business.
Damn right.
All right. So how you going to do that with the attitude of running a charity? Because that's basically what you are doing. But running a business at the same time. It doesn't work. The two don't go.
I understand what you, and I can't argue with you because it don't coincide. But like I said, we're not losing no meals over here, man. Okay. We ain't losing no meals. Like I said, hey, look, man, we good, man. We gonna make sure you finish school. Then look, we do what I do. You already know. Hey, you already know the plan. Come on now.
What? Because I told you your plans be changing. I don't be knowing what plan we on. We
I
on
know.
A, B, C, D. Which one? E, F, G?
We on the plan 1, 2, 3 A, B, C, D 00-789.
That's like this morning when I said I can't wait till we move away. And you looked at me like I was crazy. That was the plan at one point. Did that change?
Hey, man. No. We're gonna get busy though. I don't like to speak too much, man. I hate telling people a lot of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get busy soon though. It is what it is, man. Everything gonna be everything, man. Yesterday was Good Friday. Everything was everything.
Why they call it Good Friday but not Good Saturday?
I don't know, but looking at it the week before that was Friday the 18th.
Friday the 18th?
Yeah. What's the scary one? Ain't it Friday?
It's the 13th.
Oh. Damn.
That's why I was like, what's Friday the 18th?
That was daylight saving time. I guess, man, that was a good conversation. I guess we're going to leave it at that, man. I hope we got a lot of stress off our backs.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for a glass of red wine, sweet red.
Nah, I can't drink no more wine. I got stuff to do. That's why I ain't get nothing done last night.
Because you got drunk?
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
No, boo.
Oh, man, this is the Smdec Podcast, man. Episode 6. Make sure you stay tuned for the interview with Suede, his new track, and his perspective on things as we talk about other things in the world. Man, I have such a beautiful wife. I just had to put that out there. She's so special.
You working on something today, boy.
She's so special, so
boy,
special,
I don't know
so
what,
special.
but you working.
No, man, you gotta boost people up, man. You gotta let them know, hey, look, you's the boss. When the whole time I'm the boss. Hey, like I said, this is the official Smdec Podcast, episode 6, man. I am your host, Tony Bomba, and my wonderful wife,
Quay, a.k.a. Miss Tony Bomba.
Hey, man, we'll holler at y'all later. Make sure you check out music coming soon, man. Like I said, bars and scars, man. There is no date. Your boy just working. Just know, man, everything's gonna work itself out. We might be going visual soon, one day. Never know. My wife got to fix up my office so she can make it, look appealing for people who want to look at
I done went from a co-host to an interior designer. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Could you turn water into wine?
No, can't do it.
Peace. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and jump on into the interview with Sway. Like I said, new track, unreleased, unheard. Make sure you follow him at Music by Sway on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you visit his site, thentherewassway.com. Make sure you show love. Let me know how the track sound and all those other things. Make sure you check out for the brother. Peace. Let's get to this interview. All right, here we are again. Here it is, the Smdec official podcast, episode number 6. And I got another special guest here with me. He been here before, and his name go by Sway.
Sway, what's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Everything's alright.
All right. Man, let's talk about jump right into it. Matter of fact, man, the South by Southwest. You know, we just went down there and you did your thing, man.
Yeah, man. And you accompanied me. That was mad dope. It was peace. The performance was solid. Of course, I was dealing with today's music, so you know that was like the only like true setback. You know, dealing with just the independent ground, like you always say. You know, performing for like 4 people, and all of them are rappers, and you know, just performing like they are fans. So just building a fan base, doing the legwork now for the music.
Right. What you mean by today's music?
Well, oversaturated market of Metro Boomin beats. I want to say it's the Metro Boomin era. Trap rapping, I guess. You know, I don't knock it though. As I said, like prior, like everybody's story is their story. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
You know, it's just hard for music like mine in the beginning stage. I want to say because you know, if somebody coming to a show to just rock out, you know what I'm saying, my music is not personally the choice, but I feel like once I get on the platform, my music will have a voice. But it's just getting there.
I feel you on that one. So with this whole Metro Boomin era, so you're saying that lane is being pushed and your lane of the hip hop era, I mean, you know, music is not being pushed?
Well, no, I feel like hip hop is always pushed. Everybody likes hip hop. It's just that on a local level, it's not. Because I feel like on a local level, everybody trying to pop. So if everybody trying to pop, they're going to have a sound that sounds like the sound.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if trap music or beats with, you know, playful lyrics, that's what's selling.
Right.
And that's the type of music you might get. Even from artists that may be more hip hop sound, they convert to that just so they could pop. You know, I'm not a converter. Like my music really comes from my heart, so it's like hard for me to say, you know, I'm just gonna make a song that's empty.
All right. Well, what tracks did you well I saw, but what tracks? Let the people know what tracks did you perform when you was down there, and give a little description of the tracks, of the vibe or whatnot.
I performed Higher Power. Higher Power was actually was on World Star. I did not get good reviews from the comment section.
Man, get out of here,
nah,
man.
Man.
You know how they do on World Star.
I know. They didn't come for that. They didn't come for that. So,
hey, man, they'll like, joke on somebody's grandma, man, a casket,
it was
man.
Like, yo, oh, man, he's trying to do what Kendrick Lamar do. Oh, whatever. And I know the people around here loved it because, you know, I know a lot of them secretly hate me.
Hey,
but
man.
so, no. And some of them probably commented on it. It was hilarious. But no, I didn't mind it, you know, because you got to accept the good with the bad. So the praise is good, bad. But Higher Power, like you said, it just describes how, like, we conform to the norm. That's what the first words speak about. It's like we got to break out of this box. You know what I'm saying? Like, all information is misinformation. We was talking about this prior. Like, you know, we've been so misguided. It's hard to convert over to facts. And then facts is a narrow perspective, too. Like, what is facts? What is the truth to you? What is the truth to me? You know, it might be different. And the second verse just deal with, like, how people are not for your best interest. And that's the times we live in, unfortunately. It could be somebody you knew your whole life, but they could be Brutus to your Caesar situation.
Right.
And that's unfortunate.
Brutus to your Caesar situation.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but that's the time we live in. We live in a time of jealousy and envy. And the worst thing I want to say, that we live in a time where people actually want to see you do good, but just not better than them. And that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. But that's what High Pod dealt with. And I also performed The Curse. And The Curse, that, like I said, I think I said this on the last podcast, that song dealt with me. I was in a bad relationship at the time when I wrote that.
Right.
And my grandmother was going through things. She was dealing with cancer at the time. She's still sick now. And all those emotions just came out. And, you know, I was dealing with, like, should I, like, buy clothes and should I buy sneakers? Like, is that important? And that's what The Curse was about. So, yeah.
So where can they find, where can they listen to those 2 tracks?
On thenthetwassway.com. I created my own site. I edit the site myself. If anyone ever see a problem on the site and you actually go on the site, please let me know. I'm starting to learn that a lot of people, like, genuinely don't support me though, you know. But it's okay, because the people that do, I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I updated that site like every 2 weeks, like, to make sure it's fine. But it's still a work in progress, you know. Once I get established, someone else will manage the site, hopefully. So.
No, that's right. Why you think people don't genuinely support you?
For like I said, like, we'll go back to what I was saying earlier. It's it deals with the fact that people aren't genuine anymore. People don't want to see people doing better than them. Those things all play a major part in why people don't want people to be successful. It's unfortunate, you know, but it's reality, you know, and that's okay.
I feel you on that one. You know, like we working together to,
Yeah.
you know, to build something. And that's what it takes. It takes people to put their mind together, put their resources together, pull together, and make things happen. Like going down there to South by Southwest, you know, on our own accounts and, you know, making things happen, you know, putting things into motion. So, you know, the whole South by Southwest experience, you know, to me was definitely great. Like, you know, when we first got there, we was, you know, being independent, you know, we taking care of everything we had to take care of. So, you know, as soon as we get there, we got to run to the show, find parking, you know, hurry up, get there, pull out the camera, get you on stage. And, you know, just the whole works, you know, it was a great experience to get down there and learn stuff and see stuff, and then also see you perform again. The man is an awesome performer. You have to see him.
Thank you.
I told you, the difference in performers. Now, I've been around, you know, a couple shows, and I've seen people perform before, but I haven't really seen nobody perform like Suede, though. And that's on everything. Even though he it's captivating. You got to see it. It's not like it's almost to the point. You vibed out. You be stuck listening to his words, because you gotta listen to his words, because he that type of spitter. He not just giving you no A B C D. No, he hit you with the A B C D D. You just gotta listen to it, and his performances are definitely memorizing. So hopefully, you know, like you said, we build this fan base up, man, or maybe we start trying to get some of your shows and get videos of them and post them on the net so people can see and put them on your site or whatnot. Hopefully. But the whole South by Southwest experience, do you feel like you really conquered what you went down there to do?
No, like it's unfortunate, but no, like you just was saying, it's an independent thing. Like, if we think it like on a small peanut scale, then yeah, someone would be excited. Someone would take mad pictures, you know. Like, oh, I was doing this, I was doing that, I was doing that. We saw a couple celebrities. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more to this music. Like, if I had like 7 shows and I was getting paid for 7, and I went to the hotel that we saw behind 6th Street, yeah, I'd be like, okay, I'm doing things. But if I perform one show and the rest of the day we just there, you know, I'm not really doing anything. Although to other people it may look like a lot, but to me, you know, it's always more to do. Especially with my sound. Like, I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, be thrown on the big stage and get these fans and make it happen, man. South by Southwest was dope, though. I don't want to take anything away from it, and I want to thank the maker for giving me the opportunity.
Big time.
But it's so much more I want to do. It's so much things I want to grab now. For real.
You plan on trying to do it next year?
Of course. And next year, that's when I'll have my 7 shows and that hotel behind 6th Street. Yeah, I'll be doing all that. Features with Janae Aiko.
Y'all heard it here, man. The Smdec Podcast, man. That's what's up. You know, like I said, man, I'm in your corner, man. I'm in your corner, man. It's all love, man. Yeah. One thing I want to talk about, man, because, like, this was my first time flying, right? So, I wasn't too scared about getting on the plane. I got on the plane, we got on the plane, shot on up, got in the air. So, I was cool. But my problem was, I think before I had talked to Sway when we was down on the ground, he asked him about the food and the drinks. He was like, yeah, they'll give you something to drink. And then he said, yeah, they'll give you something to eat or something like that. You remember that?
Yeah.
And so we get in the air, right? So as soon as we get in the air, I guess we get the cruising altitude and we're on the plane, right? And so, they start walking around with the drinks. Okay, so, I get something to drink. And then, so I see first class. Now, my seat, like 2 seats behind first class. I see the dude in first class bring out, trays upon trays upon trays of food to first class. Now, after they gave us our drinks, I thought maybe they was coming back. I was going to start smelling some food in the back or something. The whole 2 and 3 hour ride, man, we did not get nothing else to eat, man. I was so mad. I think we might have to go to first class, man.
No, I'm not going to first
class. What, man?
That's a whole, $200 difference.
Man, I want something to eat, though, man.
No, I'll wait.
Man,
Planes aren't that long.
He came with little cakes, little Debbie cakes, little cinnamon rolls. I'm talking about, and that was after they had got the whole 5-course meal, man.
I drinking wine and everything up there.
Man, something going on, man. Hey, man, I swear, we gotta get some money, man.
Yeah, but even when I get money, I told you, I'm not flying first class.
I'm gonna be throwing the deuces from you, man, from the first class, man.
It's fine. I'm not gonna pay for first class.
It's not.
I already know. It's not. It's no really difference to me. I don't really drink on the planes or anything. I just sit there. I really sleep with my mouth open. I don't really like the plane, so I just sleep.
Yeah, it was a great experience. But the whole Southwest by Southwest, like, if anybody know the size of Hopewell, the city of Hopewell, or I don't even know how to explain it, because that place was huge, man.
Huge.
So many people, man.
So many people were out there.
It had to be. I think the whole city of Austin, Texas, was completely shut down.
Everybody we met wasn't from there, so
yeah, it was so many people that came from out of town too, or out of state to be there, man. It was, and then sitting in the airport meeting people, man, people coming there. It was definitely a great experience, man. So, I really enjoyed myself. I appreciate Suede even letting me.
We gonna do more than that.
You already know what time it is, man. So what's next, man? Next shows, next moves. What you got going on next, man?
16th, I have a show in Richmond. I'm opening up for Ty Wu. He has a song out called Breathe. Brother's really passionate about his music.
Word.
So hopefully this is the first of many endeavors between me and that brother. I think he's a dope artist. Anybody that put their passion towards their music, I kind of rock with them. Unless you just living a lie or something.
People be living lies, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna let them know about the DJ Joe, or you gonna keep that on?
Well, we can talk about that. I have a radio interview with DJ Clue. On DJ Clue Desert Storm Radio. It's not with DJ Clue, but it's on his radio station. It's April 10th. I'll be in Long Island, New York, doing an interview there. Like I said, man, me and Tony, since we linked up, we've been doing stuff since January. We've been really moving.
Making moves, huh?
Really making moves, man.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, the situation that we all, deal with at being independent artists, man. Mm-hmm. Building that fan base.
Yeah.
What? Who got the answers to this, man?
Sway, probably. I don't know.
I know that's right.
Nah, man, it's really just, man.
Time?
It's time, I think. Once people latch on you, they gonna bat for you.
Right.
So when they come, they're gonna come. But I've learned that since I've been doing more shows, I'm getting more fans.
Right.
So I feel like the more I do shows, the more people gonna latch on, and then I'm gonna explode. It just all takes time, man. I'm here for the time. This is the first year I'm really going extremely hard and listening to my music, making sure I go to the right studio. So yeah, time gonna meet me with my work ethic. So we're gonna be alright.
I know that's right. So do you feel like let's see, how can I put this question? That when you was talking about the Metro Boomin sound that's being pushed around, do you feel like there are more fans in that area or that lane than maybe your hip hop lane?
No, I don't feel like that. It's just that we live in a culture where, we're driven by, let me use the right word and be sensitive about it.
You can be sensitive, man. This is Smdec Podcast, man.
But I don't want to offend anybody. But we live in a world where everybody wants to escape reality.
Right, big time.
To an extent.
Wow.
So
big
they
time.
listen to music, you know what I'm saying, that fills that void.
Right.
And, you know, my music makes them deal with the problems that's going on today. You know, you can't run from them, you know. But the music they listen to about drugs and popping Xannies and drinking Hennessy all day.
That makes them do that.
All these women, you know what I'm saying? That's what they want to escape to, you know. But my music deals with what's happening and what we all battling these demons, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
The easiest thing you can do is succumb to them, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, gotta fight through it. And that's why I know my music has a place in hip hop. It's just that when it gets there, it's gonna explode, like I said, man. And the right people are gonna be there. You know, I'm not trying to fill stadiums. I'm not trying to be the next Beyonce or Drake. I'm trying to be Sway. And if I could pack 10,000, 5,000 people, that's fine. Because I'm not going mainstream anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not my goal. My goal is not to be this poster child for music and endorsements. I want to do music my way. It's my art. And if we do tours forever and just do shows here and there and overseas, because they love actual real hip hop overseas.
Right.
And if I do that, I'm cool with that. And I promise you I'm cool with that. And give back to people. But that's the platform my music gonna give me to help others. But no, I'm cool with packing 5,000, 10,000 people. I don't need to do stadiums, so
yeah, get them 5,000-10,000 people that Sway experience.
exactly.
You know?
That's what we always.
And they'll love you forever, man.
I'm always gonna give them that.
They'll love you forever. So that's the that's where we at with trying to build this fan base, man. It's definitely, like you said, it's gonna come. We definitely gotta put in some more work. Like you said, you feel like the show's gonna be the factor that brings those fans, right?
Yep, I do. I really do.
That's what's up. So I know you got new music for us. I know you've been working on new music also. What you been working on?
Well, I've been working on my mixtape, as I said before. I became Negus. This music is a lot more heavy content, and I've learned from listening to all my old mixtapes that I get heavier and heavier every mixtape. Someone actually hit me up yesterday about my old mixtapes, and they was like, "Man, I'm looking for a particular song on one of my old mixtapes," and I was like, "I deleted those," and he was like, "Oh man," I was like, "You listen to my new music, it's a little more heavy in content." He's like, "All right, sure," but the song I actually have today is called "Smile." It's actually the intro to the mixtape. I wrote every part of the song, the singing and everything, and it just the first verse deals with, women battles with finding love and money.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's the era we moving towards, and people like it's starting to accept it. And it is I'm not knocking it, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants their path of life. But when it starts to bleed over to the youth, it becomes a problem. Like it's like, oh, it's okay to have sex for money, but you're not a whore because you're not on the street. That's kind of crazy to me. Like, you trading vagina for bags and shoes. And then the next verse deals with how guys, you know what I'm saying? Because everything we do, even me included, we do for women.
Right.
So guys, they're trying to find the quickest route to money. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's scamming, whether that's selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? And as an African American, we do everything on the lowest scale of crime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we really don't have a full hand into crime. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. But
you're right about that.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had the big hand in crime.
Yeah, we have the lower hand in crime. As you can see, we're the ones in jail. Even though a lot more ethnicities in jail, but like what they show on TV is that we're always in jail.
We know who the real criminals are.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what the second verse
They're taking
deals
millions and billions.
with. Yeah, out of pockets. Oh yeah.
But go ahead and introduce that track for us, man.
Well, this is Smile off I Became Niggas. It's the intro to the mixtape. You have to listen to the whole mixtape to get it. But here we go. Smdec Podcast.
Let's get it.
Crawl to the mountain. I saw it all, the truth in all. And then we cried, we shed a laugh. Life comes and goes, don't forget to smile. Life comes and goes, don't forget to smile. Don't forget to.
New chapter for backstabbers and bad actors, but acknowledging the shedding light on those characters, decimating, never contemplating. My fate is predetermined. Prima donna's hotter than the first day of the summer, and you wearing those high shorts that you bought at the end of last summer. Couldn't wait to debut them. I couldn't wait to view them. You got to walk like you know we ain't looking, and I know that you took in dope where he know you was token. The deeper you in his pockets, the deeper you not acknowledge you living in facades. Besides the real, you just vomit. She at war with herself. Her selfish actions attracted the fashion with ties that break ties to the roots of the manners. Depression with a smile. I guess the money takes its souls and then unfolds your story. Told you work my ribbon, now you work the bill. Baby girl, they label you a whore, but if you commit to change value, you don't value things. I see you being more than the shallow hills, too high for you to ever fit and fill with the glory. You tell a story, your story, I'm sure that you'll inspire. Take them higher, leave an impression, all the makers desire. It's been a while.
Young child, it's been a while since you smiled.
Young brother don't lack imagination, but the canvas is painted with exaggeration of a culture that's broken. They found hope in that tag, he found hope in that bag, hoping that leads to the band. Starting for validation, social sites is the plantation. Impulsive decision based off the human addiction. Sex is the drug baggage, so tag on the love, drag it. They picture for perfect, never gonna look for their purpose. So caught up in the manners, when they look in the mirror, they have to see another person who got your soul. The problem with times, we always think we got time. Until our time is up, then we wishing that we could rewind. Who wanna change? I could start the moving, but maybe I start the moving in ways that make sense. I could be the change. I wanna leave my print, fuck giving my 2 cents. Opinions are often watered down, drowning in another man's perspective instead of embracing and make a favor of common sense. Follow your heart.
Young child, it's been a while since you smiled. All hands up and greet the king. Fall in love with the maker. Universe, come and save us. Can you hear me? Please smile. It's been too long.
All right, we back. Back with Sway. This is the official Smdec Podcast. Please let I know or Sway know how you digging that sound. I'm sure you can catch him at like you said, thentherewasswade.com, or you can hit his IG at Music by Swade, or your Twitter. I don't know your Twitter. What's your Twitter?
It's Music by Swade as well.
Music by Swade as well.
Easy man to catch.
He did away with Facebook, man. He's a smart guy, matter of fact, man. Facebook do get your blood boiling for reasons, but people keep it for different reasons too. Me, I love my family. That's the only way I stay in contact with some family. I would have probably been gave mines up too. But to get away from music and to I really like to talk about other things other than music on the Smdec Podcast. So we decided to talk about misinformation locally, and then I guess we can go globally for real. So misinformation locally. What do you have on top of your mind?
Well, it's a misconception in black society, education. Well, I'm learning that right now. I think me and you always have these conversations. Like, I plan on going back to school after I do music.
Right.
I know that's backwards, but that's just my journey, and someone else probably listening like, well, you can go to school now. And that's fair.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm definitely going back. I feel like the black families as a whole, locally, we have to instill that education pouring
Big time.
into the black community. But we also have to instill that the information is diluted.
Mm-hmm.
It's very watered down, you know what I'm saying? I've seen so many smart people, and I know smart is used loosely now, but I mean genuinely smart people become robots in education.
Right.
Literally, if it's in a textbook, they believe it instead of researching more information and realizing that somewhere something's wrong. But the problem with facts and misinformation now is that everything is wrong.
Right.
And once you start researching, everything is wrong. So you don't even know what's the true source.
Can't question.
That's why I truly believe this, that everything that I can feel, touch, and understand, that's a fact to me. I can't really take history into account. Even you can't even go as far as to say 60 years prior to now. the information that we receive now is true. And the Daily News the other day, they put something that was obvious, but they put that Nixon had a war on blacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he was the president for a short time.
Right.
For the, the tapes.
Right.
But who didn't know that?
They say he flooded the hood with crack or whatnot.
Who didn't know that? Now, this is the funniest thing. The funniest thing is our reaction to it. Our reaction is like, I'm glad they admitted it. Are you serious? Like, you're glad they admitted it.
No,
but,
what we gonna do about it? Or
right.
Like
it's not even what we're gonna do. Because honestly, I was all for this. Oh, let's make moves and power up. But without education, we really cannot beat this system.
Can't make no moves because they gonna throw you in jail. And you gotta have that. Like, you can't protest without them throwing you in jail. You can't protest without them putting a bullet in your head, shooting you 15 times. You can't protest because then when you say you make it to court, you get in court. If you don't have, like, I think what's that word? Legalese. That's the actual type of language that they use in court. Like, you gotta have the court know-how, the court words, the court system. You got to know the law. And my boy Amp, he be in that law, man. Noble, y'all, I got to bring him up here one day, man.
Should.
But he definitely be in that law stuff. And like Sway said, you got to have that education. So, as far as what type of education you going to go back and get?
Well, I'm getting into political science because I want to be a lawyer, actually.
Right.
Well, at least get my law, past the bar and everything.
Right.
But what we don't realize is during the civil rights, all those brothers that were fighting were educated.
Right.
They were doctors. U.E.P. Newton was a doctor.
Right.
Martin Luther King was a doctor. Malcolm X was uneducated, but he was one of the most intellectual, uneducated brothers ever.
Yeah.
So
you can teach yourself, but you got to really be about that life.
You have to have diligence with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Due diligence. You can't just be, I'm gonna fight the power. Like that's a problem. Like I get on Instagram and I see all these posts and like some of the stuff like I stopped researching because really I found that nothing's really true.
Right.
It's really sad, it's depressing. But I go on Instagram and I see these pro-African, pro-black brothers and sisters doing their thing, but they give out misinformation. Like just support their cause. Once you start doing things like that, you're a part of the problem.
Right.
I feel like you're a part of the problem if you're misguiding your people just to make a point for pro-black people. I may get some stones thrown at me, but I'm for everybody.
Big time.
Because I feel like everybody was a part.
There's only one human race.
Growing, right?
It's only one human race.
Only one human race. So it's like, you have to get out of that box and say, well, I'm only helping a black. Granted, we cannot, neglect the fact that blacks were, slaves and
destroyed.
Damn, our whole culture is a shadow.
Why you think we at the bottom and everything?
Yeah, like really, But at the same time, I feel like we play a major part
in it because we continue.
Yeah, we're not into developing our culture, or a black person will go out and escape the hood and become this successful person and forget about the hood.
I remember saying, not even like you said, escaping the hood, man. I just like you can actually see it, like you said, locally. Talking about something locally, you can see it from how growing up, your friend, your homeboy or something, or your homegirl is still in the hood. Her mother was in the hood. Her grandmother was in the hood. They probably in the same damn apartment. Nobody in 3, 4, 5 generations had got out the hood. Why haven't somebody stepped up and said, we're going to get out the hood and got out that situation? But for some reason, everybody continues to follow that same path and get stuck in the same hood, knowing that being so complacent with that type of life, how can you be complacent with living in the hood? If you're going to live in the hood, let's try to build the hood so it won't be called the hood or something. Let's try to build the hood into a community. If we're gonna live in the hood, let's change the whole composition of the hood. Let's make the hood be positive. Less drugs or no killing or just the idiotic what's going on in the hood. We gotta stop all that, the hating, the bickering, the fighting, the killing, the cuts, just the whole vibe. Children, man, it's just rough out there, man.
It's the over glorification of evil.
Yeah.
That we suggest to our kids, we accept in our homes.
Right.
The black community, we're so receptive to negativity. It's ridiculous.
Big time.
You know
We
what I'm
love
saying?
it,
Like,
man.
You see a 3-year-old, instead of her knowing her ABCs and counting to 10, you have videos of her twerking. And you have videos of little boys cursing. We glorify these things.
Big time.
No one else does, but we do. You know, we don't give children the actual chance to be children anymore.
Yeah.
Not in the black community anyway. Now, granted, when I say the black community, I'm speaking from a narrow perspective of what only I see. Of course, there's black kids out here doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But we have to focus on the evil because that's what's being projected into the world.
Big time.
More so than the good.
Yeah, they're not gonna project the good out there, man.
No, man. So it's like, you know, why can't we help? You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like the people that do help, because I know it's people that's helping the black community that are black, but they have no platform. And I feel like when I rap, you know what I'm saying, and I get that platform, I'm gonna privately do things though. So like you guys can take this from Smdec Podcast and understand that if I'm doing stuff, no one will ever know because I don't do stuff for glorification.
Right.
But I'm going to try to give as many people's platform to help my communities as much as possible because I'm all for black people because I am black. So I understand what's going on, man.
Right.
Granted, I believe in everybody, but I can't get from an empty cup. So if my people not thriving, how can I help other people? And I really do want to help people, but black people, whoever listens to this, if you of the African descent or any minority ethnicity, it starts with you. You know what I'm saying? I only can help who wants to help themselves.
Big time.
You gotta help yourself.
You gotta sit there and contemplate. You gotta sit there and just start thinking like, man, cause that's how I did it. I told you I was out here, man, doing things that I wasn't supposed to do. I knew I had a wife. I knew I had 2 kids. I knew I didn't want to be in a position that I was going to be in for the next 20, 30 years. So I just had to sit there and tell myself, all right, look, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop doing this, I'm going to stop doing this, and I'm going to stop doing that. And I'm going to pay attention to this, pay attention to that, pay attention to that. To put myself in a better position, you got to have a plan out here. Your plan can't be, all right, I'm going to wait till I get my tax money, and I'm gonna buy me a car, and I'm going to buy some Jordans. And like, no, why you didn't use that tax money to further yourself? Why you didn't use that tax money to pay off a couple bills if you have to, or maybe if you had to pay for some type of class that you can learn how to do hair or get your own business going or anything. Use money to make money. Don't use money to spend money. It doesn't. You gotta set up a plan to further yourself, further your family, further your kids' life. Nobody is thinking about their kids. We all thinking about. Most people don't even think about the kids. They just think about their sales, man. You got so many people. Yeah, I don't understand why we so selfish though.
Because we're humans, man. Like
Well, we're not humans, because I ain't selfish, man.
Well, you gotta know that those feelings are there. Like,
Right.
I know that I can be selfish.
Right.
And me knowing that makes me aware to not be selfish.
Big time.
You know,
I understand
like,
that.
That's what I mean when I say that. Like, I know that I can be envious. But me being aware, knowing that I am envious, makes me not be envious. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. Like, you know, TV projects these things like this is how you're supposed to be a good person.
Right.
And it makes you neglect the parts of you that make you human. So, like, you feeling fear and you feeling anger and you feeling jealousy is a part of the human process.
Right.
You can't run from those things, you know,
Right.
because then you'll implode, you know what I'm saying, internally. Like, all the things going to just
Come out.
you know what I'm saying? At one point, then it's nothing you can do. So what you need to do is accept that those things are there, and then adjust yourself accordingly. Don't let those things consume you, but know that it's a part of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, that's what I've learned. And like, even with us speaking about all this progression, it's easy to say it. You know what I'm saying? Even I know that. It's easy for me to say, hey, we should do this. Hey, we should do that. But let me be the change. I have a lot to work on with myself. Also, I'm working in a system that
Works
I
against
don't
you.
understand.
Yeah.
Not that it only works against me, but like me easily saying this stuff. I know that I'm not articulate enough to combat the government. I know that I'm not intellectually enough to combat the government.
Right.
So it's like, let me get to where I need to be so I can help the people that need the help. But right now, I can only help myself. And that's selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's for the overall good, that's selfish. But I don't want to not be aware of what's going on.
Right.
And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? All that's for naught. You know what I'm saying? I could be an ignorant person just spewing out things. but without me having the proper grounding and proper education, then is it really going to be change?
Yeah, the thing is with like putting that energy out there, like you putting your music out here, or we putting this podcast out here, or just trying something in the community. For some reason, the community or the hood or our people are not attracted to that good light or that good energy. They wanna, no, I wanna stay a gangster or no, man, them dudes ain't got no money. Look at them, they ain't even got nothing. Why I wanna listen to them?
Man, like I don't know if I said this on last podcast, but Spike Lee, I never met him. I mean, and I see mixed reviews about him everywhere.
Yeah.
But Chirac had the potential to be this great movie.
I need to watch it. I never watched it, man.
Yeah, man. It has the potential. The overall thought of Chirac is a great movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, as I said, it starts with the women.
Yeah, they did say that movie was what's that word when you bias for just feminine. They said that movie was very, it was very feminist or something like not.
But women are the rib of man.
Right.
Everything a man does is for a woman. Now you can't tell me that there's not this super attractive woman. And like whoever listens to this and be like, well, what's attractive? Come on, let's be serious. A super attractive woman, a woman that most men or women would find appeasing. Mm-hmm. If she's attracted to something else and if she has a following, that following will be attracted to the certain thing that she's into. So right now, girls like bad boys. Bad boys are like the thing. It's the thing. Like it's like he's edgy. Ooh, he can do this. It's like he can protect me. He don't care.
Right.
And that's the problem. Women need to say, this is the type of man I want. And I promise you, watch men make that shift. Watch men make that shift. If majority of the women saying this is what I want from a man, majority of men will make that shift for women.
But look, that ain't even the problem. Like you said, it do start with the woman. The situation, that's a problem. That's a problem. I meant to correct that. Yeah. The situation is the woman over years, and it had to have been over the last 30, maybe 60, maybe 100 years. No, not 100. Maybe 60 years. That the woman is pushing the man out to the point where the woman just thinks she can do it all by herself. She can do it. And you breeding up, say you got another daughter, you bring that daughter up into the world to, hey, you can do it all by yourself. You don't need no man. So that mindset of the woman coming in too.
Yeah, I understand, but those are ideas.
That's real life though.
Yeah, no, it's reality.
You see women on Facebook every day. Yeah. I don't need no man.
That's what they're saying. The human is, we're animals.
Right.
At the end of the day, we're going to be attracted to the opposite sex. So a woman can say all this. She can spew out all this nonsense about I don't need a man, all that. That's fine. But we all need companionship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you find an opposite sex or same sex, you need that type of balance. You know what I'm saying? So they can say that all day. At the end of the day, we're humans. At time will change. Things will change. Life will change. But the human remains the same.
Right.
Like everything about us, like feeling wise, remains the same. So I can see a woman saying that, but remember, we live in a eccentric culture. Actually, you just move off impulse now.
Big time.
So
nobody thinks no more.
Somebody never texts her back, and she says that. And that's only from African American standpoint. That's probably like a Facebook post.
Right.
Most educated women probably never even say that on Facebook or Twitter, to be.
I feel you on that one. So what about globally? Since we hit locally locally that was crazy. But globally, about this misinformation with this thing that's going on in the world, man.
Everything globally. What? Yo, man. I mean, it's so much information out here now that I don't even decide to read articles anymore. It's so bad. You
can't trust nothing. No, I don't trust nothing, man. Anything the news tell me, I can't. It's so bad that the news could probably tell me the world coming to an end tomorrow, which they have, and I wouldn't believe them, and the world will come to an end tomorrow.
Hey man, they said it December 12th. Remember? What was it? December 25th?
I remember year 2000. They said it was.
Oh yeah, Y2K. But no, prior to that, no, more recent.
What, the red moon, the blood moon, or something like that? Not
more
that
recent.
one.
When it was all the day was the same. Like it was like 12, 12, 12.
I think I remember what you were talking about.
Yeah, stuff like that. It was like the Mayan calendar ended, and then they studied all these hieroglyphics and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So, man, like no human can identify with what's gonna happen to the world.
Right.
Because we were made here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All we do is guess.
Big
Educated guess. That's the most. That is
that term.
Yeah, that
take
term.
An educated guess. How you take an educated guess?
Of that.
No, but can't you take an educated guess? Can't you be like all right.
Their degrees make their educated guess valid.
Oh,
in a sense, and I'm air quoting that. I know you guys can't see it, but that's what makes it valid. It's like, I have a doctorate in this, so I can say that, and then. But the crazy thing about it, when they're wrong, no one cares. They just make another article saying, well, updated research says.
Yep, you're right about that.
And it's like, so no one's going to take into account that someone was living like this for 10 years based off
20,
this
30
man's
years.
educated guess that was totally wrong.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay, I just seen an article that, I don't know when this happened, but I just read the article that President Obama, and I'm just going to say this, like, I'm going to walk on thin shells with this, because like I said, I'm not educated enough to, like, combat with these guys, but he signed a bill that he doesn't, like, on food labels, you won't say what food is GMO.
Right.
And GMO causes cancer.
Right.
So, GMO food, genetically modified food, we just say GMO, but it's genetically modified food. They don't put labeling in America saying that, you know what, this food causes cancer. You know why? Because all the fat cats are in the president's back pocket.
Right.
They're paying all these guys that are selected, guys. You're not picking a president. I'm sorry. I'm giving you guys bad news. You don't pick a president. You think your popular vote matters? It doesn't. The electoral person picks the president. I'm going to say that every time I get a chance. And they don't even pick the president. That's an illusion. The president's already predetermined. How is Sanders losing? Let's be serious. Like, and I don't even follow politics anymore because I don't vote. But, like, that's, like, honestly, the only person that's actually saying stuff that he's going to help people. And and he's losing, though. Come on.
Yeah, it is because when like you said, I think you were talking about how Trump is just an entertainment aspect.
Entertainment.
It's crazy that but my boy was saying, you know what? He'd rather Trump win, so we can really know what time it is instead of you having somebody that hates you and you don't know, but then you have somebody that lets you know, hey, I hate you, so
Trump
you can
hate
really.
Black people.
What?
Bro, that's the way they're portraying.
That's the way they're portraying him?
Yes, bro. Come on,
that dude
bro.
got some hate in his body, man.
Bro, don't we all?
Nah, I don't be hating.
Bro, don't we all?
I don't try to hate nobody,
I don't
man.
think he hates black people.
Maybe dislike.
He does too many business with too many ethnicities to hate anyone. He's a billionaire or a multimillionaire. I don't know, but I know he makes a lot of money. And when you make that type of money, you have to deal with other cultures. Like, I'm sorry. I think his wife is Spanish.
Yeah, his wife's something else.
Yeah, like, guys, come on, man. That's just media propaganda.
But no, his immigration policy though. If like you said, the media propaganda. If his immigration policy ties into with the I guess they're working together with the media propaganda, then yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's 3 levels of government: executive, judicial, and
Supreme Court. Right?
No, executive, judicial, and legislative.
Right.
All right. So if it's 3 levels of, you have to. It's checks and balances. The president can't just say, "Oh, this bill's gonna be passed," because Barack would have just been wilding. He would have just been like, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna pick this. I'm gonna pick this." No, it doesn't work that way, man. The House has to vote on these things.
Right.
Come on, guys. Like, it's little things that we have to know. That. Come on, man. No, I don't think he can do half of the stuff he's saying he can do. Presidents, this is their time to say all the things they're going to do. That never really come true. Some of the things take 2 terms to even do. They want to get done.
So you can actually feel the effect of it.
Yeah, it pays. You have to spend money to pass laws.
Yeah.
So come on, like, guys, let's be realistic with these ideas. And, just don't let the media, mislead you. That's it, man. But it doesn't matter who's president. Really. Sanders, like, he's probably the best guy if he's going to do what he says he's going to do. Which, I think that's hard to do.
Do you think we need a president?
Yeah, I do. I think about this, like, actually a lot. Like, we need order. Unfortunately, our order is corrupt. But we need order, though. Because you can't just let a man be. Like I said, we're human. So envy, jealousy, all that. Back in the day, when it was just farting, they just kill whoever they didn't like.
Right.
You can't have that. You can't just have men just killing people. You can't have that. You need order. But at the same time, our order has been corrupted.
That shit is going on today though. People just killing people just cause.
Yeah, but people killing people with conscience. They're like, I can get caught. Like that's stopping a lot of murders. You know, murdering. I'm killing is like 1%. Crime is only 1% in America. Like only 1% of the population commits crime. Statistically documented.
Man, remember you just told me about believing anything, man.
Yeah, I know, but statistically documented. But this is the thing you have to realize.
How many people you know right now that's committing crime? No, just don't get an answer, but just think about it. Alrighty then. If you did the math.
I'm talking about killing though.
Oh, you said just killing.
Yeah,
all right.
But another thing, like we live in cities though. We have to keep that in mind. Like it's so much of the world we haven't seen. Like it's so much United States that you haven't seen.
Right.
Like most of the United States is undeveloped.
Right.
Like the middle countries, middle states are undeveloped.
Right.
You know, all they glorify is like New York, California, and Florida. These are major cities.
Right.
When you go to like Wyoming and stuff, these cities are like of like 50 people, 100 people, 500, 600 people. It's super undeveloped, man.
Right.
It's like dirt roads and stuff. Like, come on, man. So yeah.
I feel you on that one. So what about So if the misinformation, so what about religion then? You feel like we've been misinformed?
Yeah, it's just to control us. But
you
again,
said we need order.
I was gonna say that, but again, religion also has a moral compass. You know, if you don't live to these certain standards, then you know you might go to wherever you think you're gonna go, or not go. Because some people believe in reincarnation, so you might not come back.
What do you believe in?
I believe in the Maker. That's it. You know, my faith in the Maker will not be wavered. It will not, be discredited. I believe in it.
How did you come into this knowledge?
Well, I never was forced with religion. I think I said this in the last podcast. My mother never said, pick up Christianity. Nothing. I prayed to him one day. My grandmother passed away on a table or something.
Wow.
Of the hospital, and I prayed, and then she got revived. My grandma's still alive right now.
Wow.
Yep. So from that day, I just believed in it because it's something divine, I believe there's some higher man that created this. So,
what's isn't it higher power where Ali talking about how did the planets get here?
Yeah,
how did the moon get here? All those things get here?
It didn't just happen.
Yeah.
Scientists had the Big Bang.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. They weren't even there. Like, some people that's Christians don't even believe in dinosaurs, dude.
Yeah, I don't believe in dinosaurs though.
And that's fair. That's a great assumption. Like, why can't you not believe in dinosaurs?
We
weren't there.
I haven't seen a fossil myself.
Right.
I got to see a fossil.
All the stuff that man made, they can't make dinosaur bones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And for some reason, they only find fossils out where you just see where it's finally being dug up.
Yeah.
Like we just don't walk up on a fossil.
Gentle with the brush. They're so gentle with the brush. Like it's like, oh God, these things aren't fragile at all.
Hey,
they've been in the ground for years. Most people would be dust by now.
Hey man,
I just thought dust to dust. Actually, I guess they don't take that term literal. So
no, but I know what you mean about morally, because there are some books that, like the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and all those, man. So many books out there, but they definitely do install morals, laws,
you need that.
Things that you need to hear that can spiritually wake you up and have you with a better understanding. But like I don't know if I said it on the podcast before or if I said it before. I just said, if you have a religion, cool. Let that be your religion. If you using that religion for you to be a good person, then do that. There's nothing wrong with you being a Christian. There's nothing wrong with you being a Muslim. There's nothing wrong with you being a Buddhist. There's nothing wrong with none of those religions. And recently I just learned this, probably maybe within the last year or two. After going through a whole couple experiences with what I was going through, because I was born into a Christian family. My grandfather's a pastor, and he's not one of those janky pastors. He really truly care about the people that's in his church. They actually really build a community where they help each other make things happen in their lives. Whatever they're going through, say somebody's car breakdown. My grandfather is a mechanic, so he he works on that car. No money, no nothing. He does it for his people. That's why he man, like I done went to the church plenty of times. Maybe you don't see these big churches. They may be getting thousands of dollars every Sunday or something. Man, I done seen where my papa get $45 on a Sunday, and it's nothing to him because he does it for the Lord and he does it for his people. And so what he said. It's better to have 12 than to have 100 or 200-300 that really don't really love the Lord. But those people that in his church, you know, they really love the Lord. But they love the Lord to the point that they won't take anything else in, though. And that I feel like it's not a problem, but it's a problem when, say, a younger generation like myself try to approach my grandfather and tell my grandfather, hey, look, man, look what I'm learning, or look what I'm into, or look, not, hey, come look into it, but let me explain to you why I don't come to church every Sunday, or why I don't fully believe in Christianity. And they're so caught up into the way of their thinking that they won't allow themselves to look at another way of thinking. And I feel like that's the problem. That's the problem of being misinformed, that they won't, you know, I'm not trying to convert nobody over into my thinking. I'm just saying, hey, look, this is, hey, Papa, this is the reason why I don't come to church Sunday. Or this is the reason why I went through these so many religions, or read the books on these so many religions, or something like that. And they just, you know, no, we're not, you know, no. I done dealt with the Jews. I done dealt with this and I dealt with that, you know, blah, 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 blah. They're not trying to listen to nothing else, man.
Well, you know, closed-mindedness is a part of the culture as well. I just accept it. Honestly, I don't really, you know, try to change people. Right. Like, I have these talks with you, you know, always. But like I said, man, I'm not really a talkative person to, like, the normal person. Like, I let everybody choose their path of life. If you're not hurting anyone, there's no point for me to be like, you know, well, that's not true. Right. Like, if anybody get, like, the brute of, like, my opinions on the world, is my girlfriend. Right. You know, because, like, I'm around all the time. So, like, if she says that, I'm like, well, you know, this, you know. But other than that, no, I don't really try to change people. Or, like, I don't feel like, unless you, like, negative. If you're a negative person, then I won't be around you.
Big time.
But if you're doing good, and I see, like you say, he's an honest pastor, you know, if that's the way he wants to die, like, believing in that solely, I think that's fair. Some of us aren't teachers, some of us are students. Right. I firmly think I'm a student of life. I don't think I was put in a position to be a teacher. If I get thrusted into that, then sure, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with him being closed-minded. You know, because, like I said, man, most of the world is.
Yeah, we can all coexist. We can all coexist.
Yeah. Most of the world is, man. Like, how we're talking now, I'm pretty sure when this goes to the airways, someone will be like, look at them being conspiracy brothers. You know, like,
they conscious.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's another term that I hate for black people.
I remember you talking about
that. Is like, you know, kind of, you know, not ignorant. Almost a conscious brother. Well, what does that mean? But yeah, man. I don't mind. Like, I'm not here to shape anyone's opinions or decimate their ideologies. I'm just here to be me and be the change I want to see in the world. I just want to say somebody goes to a Michael Jackson song. It's random, but that brother's important to me.
I feel you on that one. So, anything else you want to let the people know before we get out of here, man?
We should be going to Canada in June. I don't know if Tony coming. We got to get passports for that. It's a festival.
More money, independent grind.
More independent grind. We working on that right now. I should be having a festival sometime in the summer in New York as well.
Hey, man, we're going to
hopefully I can do Made in America. I did submit to A3C. I'm working. And if you hearing this, you see I'm more than a rapper, man. So you guys check me out. I Became is out on thentheyweresway.com. Also have the song Queen featuring Tony Bamba. We got Black on there, a couple of unreleased tracks. But I am working on the mixtape I Became Niggas. You did hear Smile here first. Just check me out, give me a chance, man.
Where else they can reach you at other than your website?
Music by Sway, Twitter and Instagram handle. You can @ me. I'm really cool. I'll follow back. I just created my Instagram last year, probably like 6 months now. I have a Snapchat, Music by Sway. I just created that like 2 months ago. I don't know how to work it. It's fine though. I don't really post videos.
They don't want you to win, man.
Oh yeah.
They don't want you.
DJ Khaled.
They don't want you to win, man.
Major key alert.
No,
It's hilarious.
Yeah, man. Y'all heard it first, man. Sway, man. Hey, dope artist. Make sure y'all check him out, man. Dude is here. He's here, and he got some mountains that he's definitely climbing, and he gonna take over, man. We definitely gonna work. We definitely gonna work, man. We appreciate y'all listening and sticking around. Like I said, this is the Smdec Podcast, man. Episode 6. Peace.